Ever wonder what it's like to be on every magazine cover yet completely invisible? To be the richest person alive, but utterly untouchable. That's Adrian Vale for you. He's a legend, a ghost, a shimmering projection that runs an empire. But tonight, something shifts. Tonight, a simple waitress just trying to get through her shift reaches out and her fingers don't pass through him like air. They connect, solid, warm, and just as shocked as she is. What just happened? And why her? Let's rewind a bit. It's 2047 in the future. Well, it's pretty much owned by the Orion Group. We're talking everything from sleek hotels to cutting-edge hospitals, all under one colossal corporate umbrella. And at the very top sits Adrian Vale, the enigmatic founder. Except Adrian hasn't actually left his penthouse in over a decade. 11 years, to be precise. The whispers say it's some super-rare autoimmune condition, a collapse so severe his own skin can't handle the air itself. Scary, right? So what's a billionaire to do? He beams himself across the city, a flawless, photorealistic light projection. He's everywhere yet? Nowhere. Think about it. He signs massive deals, fires CEOs with a flick of a holographic wrist, even buys entire islands, all while hovering like a digital phantom. Sure, he's got these fancy touch sensors built into every boardroom table, letting him feel handshakes. But it's just data, isn't it? A simulated pressure, not genuine contact. His staff. They whisper half-joking that he's more code than man these days. But investors, they don't care one bit. The share price just keeps climbing quarter after impossible quarter. To the public, he's the Untouchable Billionaire. And that name, it's stuck like glue. Nobody ever thought it would change, not until Luna Ortiz clocked in for her night shift at the Sky Lounge on floor 312. That's when everything changed. Everything? Luna. She's seen it all. Seriously. She's used to the weird, the eccentric, the downright bizarre. Serving truffle popcorn to crypto kings who pay in emoji. Just another Tuesday night. But Luna's different. She still lives by her abuela's golden rule look. People in the eye truly see them, even if they're just pixels on a screen. So, when the shimmering Adrian Vale hologram, all sharp lines and perfect light requests an off-menu chamomile. No honey, no lemon, and get this, no cup. She can't help but tease him a little. "You planning to inhale it, Mr. V?" she asks, a playful smirk dancing on her lips. The projection flickers. Just a micro stutter in his left sleeve, a blink and you'll miss it pixel misalignment. But Luna sees it. While everyone else only perceives the flawless facade, she notices the subtle, tells the tiny digital imperfections that betray amusement. She places the saucer down, just the saucer, mind you, and taps the table twice. It's their little inside joke, their silent acknowledgement. Except tonight, that second tap doesn't just hit the polished tabletop. It lands on flesh. Warm, undeniably human, and utterly stunned flesh. Adrian jerks back, his eyes wide with a mix of disbelief and something akin to fear. Luna's fingertip. It tingles like she's just touched static electricity in a summer breeze all at once. Suddenly, the lounge is a cacophony of alarms screaming, "Breach!" Security drones, those ever-present digital watchdogs, swarm the area, their red lights flashing ominously. But the billionaire, the untouchable Adrian Vale, just waves them off. His gaze, locked, absolutely locked, on the only person who has ever truly reached him. It's a moment frozen in time, a glitch in the perfect machine of his existence, all because of a simple tap. The footage of that impossible incident, poof, vanished before the espresso machine even had a chance to cool down. Luna fully expects a termination notice, maybe even a visit from corporate security, but instead, she gets an invitation. Or let's be real, it's more like a summons. A voice, clear and resonant, speaks directly into her mind through the smart glass of the lounge. Stay after closing. I need to understand what you are. Luna can't help but laugh out loud. What I am, buddy? You're the ghost in the machine, she retorts, though she knows he probably doesn't hear her. Midnight finds her alone, the usually bustling Sky Lounge now quiet, illuminated only by the soft glow of hovering candle drones. Then Adrian materializes inches away, but he's not the polished public avatar she usually sees. No, this Adrian is different. His dark hair is mussed, his expensive sweater wrinkled, and his expression raw, open, vulnerable. Try again. He whispers, his voice a low, hesitant plea. Luna, her heart pounding a rhythm she can almost feel in her ears, tentatively presses her palm to his chest, and it's solid, unmistakably solid. She feels the erratic flutter of his heartbeat against her skin, a frantic drumbeat of life. For the first time in over a decade, Adrian Vale experiences someone's touch without layers of sensors, translating pressure into cold, hard data. It's too much. The sensation is so overwhelming, so profoundly real, that he forgets to breathe. Then he remembers he can't breathe, not in this projected form, and a strange, almost manic laugh escapes him, light leaking from his eyes like tears. This impossible anomaly, this precious connection, lasts exactly 43 seconds. Then, just as abruptly, her hand passes right through him again. Both are left shaking, one with an aching wonder he thought he'd lost forever, the other with a sudden, chilling terror that the universe just reminded him exactly how much he's truly lost. The silence that follows is deafening. The next evening, Luna arrives for her shift to find her usual section mysteriously cordoned off. Maintenance, the sign reads, but she knows better. Instead of the usual repair bots, a sleek silver case is delivered to her. Inside, nestled on black velvet, is a ring. It's carved from meteorite iron, dark and subtly gleaming, and with it a note. Actual ink on actual paper, a rarity in this digital age. Keep this on you. Explanation soon. AV. It's almost charming in a ridiculously dramatic billionaire way. She slides it onto her thumb, and the metal warms instantly, as if it's alive, listening. Throughout her shift, Adrian Vale appears only on distant screens, a digital specter overseeing his empire. But every time Luna clenches her fist, the meteorite ring hums softly against her skin, and his projected image, no matter how far away, sharpens, solidifies, as if her very pulse is stabilizing his ethereal form. It's unnerving, fascinating, and deeply fundamentally wrong. The world as she knows it feels off-kilter, and somehow she's become the only stable point, the unexpected anchor in Adrian's impossible existence. Luna, fiercely independent, hates the idea of being anyone's anchor, but curiosity, that insatiable human drive, wins out. She pockets a leftover dessert, a small rebellion deciding that some secrets just taste better when shared, and begins her own quiet investigation into the most powerful yet most absent man on Earth. She has a feeling this is just the beginning. Luna starts digging as best a waitress can in a world where information is meticulously controlled. Official files claim Adrian Vale's disease is highly classified, shrouded in corporate secrecy. Death certificates for past assistants sealed tighter than a vault, and any mention of Project Lazarus in Orion's board minutes is meticulously redacted, leaving frustrating blanks and tantalizing hints. It's like a digital breadcrumb trail, but every crumb is a dead end. Her only real ally is that strange meteorite ring which seems to pulse and vibrate with a distinct urgency whenever she gets close to certain servers within the Orion network. Following these subtle haptic clues, she manages to sneak into a forgotten sub-basement, a place simply labeled VR storage. What she finds there chills her to the bone. Rows upon rows of glass sarcophagi, each one holding a sleeping employee, pale and still wired to a silver node. It's a silent, eerie tableau, a graveyard of consciousness. And the very last pod, it's empty. A single ominous label gleams on its surface. A Vale. A monitor above it scrolls a single chilling line. Consciousness projection stable host body, status unknown. That's when it hits her, a cold, hard truth. Adrian isn't avoiding the world. Something or someone is keeping his physical body barely alive while his mind, his very consciousness, roams free as a projection of light. And the ring? It's not just a fancy trinket. It's a biometric key, intricately tuned to her unique DNA. Only her touch, her specific biological signature, can sync his projected form back to flesh even for those fleeting seconds. She isn't just some random waitress who stumbled into a bizarre situation. She's the failsafe. The unexpected, absolutely essential failsafe. Meanwhile, at the opulent heights of Orion Group, Victoria Lang is making her move. As Orion's acting CEO, she's built her entire illustrious career on Adrian Vale's prolonged absence, meticulously consolidating power, weaving herself into the fabric of the company's very identity. She's ruthless, brilliant, and sees Adrian's continued existence even as a hologram, as a ticking time bomb. With Luna's breach, Lang triggers emergency protocol Blackout, an ironclad directive designed to erase any anomalies. And right now, Luna is anomaly number one. Lang's plan is chillingly simple. Eliminate the waitress, overwrite Adrian's consciousness with a compliant AI, and then sell this groundbreaking, terrifying tech to the highest bidder, likely a military power. She corners Luna in the sprawling, dimly lit wine cellar, the air thick with the scent of aged vintages. Lang, impeccably dressed, offers Luna a fortune in hush money and a one-way shuttle ticket to an off-world colony, a clean escape. Disappear, Luna, she purrs, and live a comfortable life. But Luna isn't buying it. She responds by smashing a priceless bottle of 2150 Bordeaux across Lang's sleek exosuit, the rich liquid splattering dramatically. Then she sprints. Elevators lock down. Stairwells fill with a thick, cloying, sedative mist designed to incapacitate. But the meteorite ring on Luna's thumb pulses a desperate guiding beacon, leading her to a hidden maintenance shaft. It's grimy, narrow, and reeks of grease and steam, but it leads directly to the penthouse core. As she scrambles upward, 30 stories of desperate climbing, her mind races, a single exasperated thought echoing, "All this for a man who can't even hold my hand without vanishing." Finally, the penthouse doors iris open, not into a lavish living space, but a stark, clinical medical dome. In the very center, suspended in sterile fluid, floats Adrian Vale. This is the real Adrian. Emaciated, almost skeletal tubes feeding him nutrients, optic fibers stitching his thoughts directly into the vast citywide projection grid. He's more ghost than man here, a fragile, almost translucent figure. Yet his eyes flutter open the instant Luna enters, as if he felt her presence, her touch, even from afar. Through hidden speakers, his voice, weak and raspy, begs her to leave to save herself. But Luna ignores him. She presses her palm against the cold, unyielding glass of his pod. The meteorite ring on her thumb flares, pulsing with an intense warm light. The pod drains with a hiss, alarms howling a frantic, desperate protest. With a surge of adrenaline, Luna hauls him out, his fragile body surprisingly light, skin to skin. No flicker, no illusion. For a full, breathtaking minute, he's simply a trembling man wrapped in the blanket of her disbelief, her sheer, stubborn will. "I was dying," he rasps, his voice barely audible, his eyes wide and vulnerable. "They kept me alive to puppet the Empire." Luna's grip tightens, a fierce resolve hardening her gaze. "Then let's pull the strings out," she declares. Together, they initiate a system purge, a digital revolution. Every share, every corporate secret, every surveillance file Adrian ever amassed, all of it uploads to the public net. Orion's stock plummets, crashing faster than a falling drone, even before the fluid on the medical bay floor has a chance to dry. Lang's forces breach the penthouse just as Adrian and Luna reach the roof. The emergency alarm still shrieking below them. Drones, armed and menacing, circle above like predatory vultures, their red eyes scanning, targeting. Options are grim surrender and face whatever twisted fate Lang has planned, or skydive from a 900-meter tower with nothing but a maintenance drone as a makeshift parachute. Adrian, weak but a ghost of his old witty self, manages a wry, breathless laugh. "I've spent years as light," he says. Falling should feel familiar. They jump. The city lights blur beneath them, a dizzying tapestry of neon and steel. Mid-air, Luna, quick thinking and fearless, clips her harness to the drone, its rotors whirring frantically, struggling to slow their descent. She grips Adrian's hand, his skin warm and intact against hers, the wind roaring past their ears. For the first time in what feels like forever, both are free-falling, yet undeniably anchored to each other. Two anomalies, rewriting the very laws of gravity. They land with a splash in the harbor, disappearing amidst the bobbing fishing boats and the shimmering neon reflections of the collapsing city. Orion, the seemingly invincible empire, crumbles overnight, its board members arrested for human hologram trafficking. Somewhere in a quiet dockside diner far from the chaos, a waitress calmly brews chamomile. No honey, no lemon, but 2 cups this time. Weeks later, Adrian's physical recovery is slow, a testament to years of neglect and artificial existence. The empire he never truly wanted gone, dissolved into 1,000 public files and legal battles. But he's not idle. He opens a foundation funding open-source medtech, working tirelessly. He shows up in person sleeves, rolled up, the faint scars on his wrists, visible, a tangible reminder of his past. Luna.
Here's your meal.
She keeps
Enjoy your
waiting
breakfast.
tables. Because tips are honest, she says, and people still, despite all the tech, forget to truly look each other in the eye. Some nights he'll project himself across the lounge just to watch her work, a familiar, comforting presence. But the second she taps the table twice, their silent signal, he materializes right beside her, real solid, his heartbeat, a steady, reassuring rhythm synced to hers. Touch isn't just data anymore. It's trust earned in those impossible stolen seconds and meticulously maintained through quiet moments and shared understanding. They don't try to define what they are. They simply are. 2 undeniable facts in a world obsessed with algorithms, 2 people who found connection where no one thought it possible. So let me ask you, would you trade being untouchable, having all the power in the world, for just one chance at real, raw human contact? Or would you cling to the perceived safety of staying a ghost in the machine? Drop your answer in the comments below. Don't forget to tap that subscribe button for more stories where cutting-edge tech meets the undeniable pulse of the human heart, And share this with someone who needs a little reminder that humanity still beats strong and true even inside the most advanced machines we build.